Well, good day, bargain shopping fools. It is Monday. I don't really like Mondays that much, but I'm still pretty excited after yesterday. Kind of tired though, shopping. It's exhausting. Um, it is. It's very it's the aftermath, the loading and unloading and all that jazz. So it can be really tiring. But anyways, um, so I wanted to talk today. We're going to have our first ease motivational remodel um, things, okay? Because I had talked to a number of you, and unfortunately, you didn't hit big, and that's okay. I want to tell you, about a couple of my remodels, and believe me, it took time and patience and research and um, yeah, that's basically it. You just got to figure it out and you got to go in there with the plan. But it also just depends on the store. Sometimes it really isn't going to matter how great of a penny shopper you are. If they pull everything or most of everything, then it's at that point, it is going to be how good you are, whether or not you can find the things that they forgot or missed. But otherwise, sometimes it is just going to be a bust. But don't let that get you down, because then the next one could be amazing. And my Sunday is a perfect example of that. Um, the first one was fun. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed it, of course, because I made a video and everything. And I do like the manager there, but he is good at his job. He was good at marking things beforehand. So I know a lot of it sold, and I know a lot of it got packed up. So coming out of there with what I did, I was happy with. I did not expect to walk into what I walked into in the next store. That really, I was going late. It was only 10 minutes from this other one. I actually had, debated which one to go to, but anyways, that was amazing. That's not normal. It really isn't. I can't tell you the last remodel that I went to like that. There was one that was a partial that I went and it wasn't a big deal. Like nobody was there, but I don't want to say only, I still got like 30 items, but they had everything else pulled. It was only a partial. And I think I drove like 2.5 hours for that one. So it's like, you're going to have those times. But don't get down, because the next one you could totally run into something crazy like I did. That was just pure luck. Seriously. So anyways, as far as finding remodels, I know that a lot of people still have questions about finding remodels, and basically you want to pay attention to the stores around you. Everybody wants to know what stores around them are going to remodel. And some of you, the stores around you have already remodeled. So you need to pay attention to the stores around you. Basically, if they are still the old version, okay, they have the old white floors. The registers are, how do I explain? They've got different like square setups for all the candy and everything in the middle around the register. There's not like a wall around the register. A big thing for me that is telling is just the floor alone. All the new stores, the floors are redone and they're nice and they're like a colored concrete. But then obviously you can tell the signage is much better. The aisles look different. There is, like I said, a wall in front of the register area. And most of them, even if it's not being used yet, have a self-checkout in the register area. And so, yeah, if it is one that's already the actual store has been remodeled, then a lot of these items are already gone out of that store. But these are the stores that are doing partial remodels or soft remodels, where they are still removing more of the pictures. So basically, if your store has been remodeled where it looks nicer, but it's not an NCI store yet, and you can look on the app to figure that out, and there's a video about how to search it. So if your store has been redone where it looks nicer, but it still has like the older decorations and it doesn't have the NCI part. It doesn't have the middle section with the 3-table display. It doesn't have the short middle aisle, the 2 tall aisles just full of blankets and pillows and rugs and pictures and baskets and bathroom. Everything's all like in that one section. If it has not switched to that, then it still has to phase out some of the typically it's the artwork, the picture frames, and socks and underwear. They slim down the socks and underwear and any hanging clothing, because the goal for all of these remodels, partial or full, they're cutting back on the clothing, because they're either going to go for more food and make it a marketplace, or they're going for more home goods and they're making it an NCI store. Okay, I've made other videos about everything that I just said. Since if it didn't make any sense, please go back to some of my older videos so that you can figure that out. Okay? All right. Next, definitely the old stores. They all have to be remodeled. It's just a matter of when. And once they start remodeling in an area, they're going to continue to remodel in an area. So that's why I said in one of my videos, I feel like they're like mushrooms. If you find one, you can tell I'm a country girl. If you find one, then there's got to be more. So, for instance, if you find one along a highway, then you best be following that highway and checking every single store, because it may be the next one. It may be every other one. It may be every third one. But there's going to be another one somewhere, I have found 90% of the time. If they're doing remodels, they're going to do them back to back to back, because they have the remodel crews. And so those remodel crews, are traveling. So they're not going to travel from whatever, Iowa, and then to Indiana, and then the next week to Illinois. They're going to have a crew in Illinois focusing on one area and getting those knocked out, and then moving to the next area, and so on. So make sure that if you find one, to find more. Yeah, so I think that's about it on that end. Couple things that I learned over the weekend, some new rules that I've came up with. We are still learning, okay? I've been doing this over a year now, about a year and a half, I think. So I'm still learning too. Even though I've hit a number of great hauls, there's still always a chance to learn more. So one thing we learned over the weekend, thanks to Megan from Ohio, we probably shouldn't drink the night before a remodel. Okay? I hadn't thought about that. and that's great advice. Okay. If you have a party night, the chances of you getting up early, being in a good place and ready to go and organized and prepared, it's probably not happening. So I think that you should, stick with your partying for Friday night. And if you're doing remodels on Sunday morning, then I'm sorry, you are probably going to need to refrain from cutting loose, okay? If you want to actually make it at all, okay? So thanks, Megan, for adding that to our rule list. Also, no cheating. It is what it is. I know people are going to, and this is just my personal thing, but I feel like it will come back to you. Karma, karma, karma. Stashing things, yeah, you want to stash things, go for it. But are you going to get to it before somebody else does? I mean, I have to say, I have found a number of things because they have been stashed. And I'm like, all right, thanks to the person that's stashing because I'm the one that's finding. All right. So is it really smart to do that? I don't know. Is it really right to do that? I don't know. So for me, keep stashing, I guess, because I keep finding, but I don't agree with it. Okay. But going along with cheating, I think there is a fine line in cheating. What's fair in remodel shopping? All right. We know not to be a Karen. And for any of us that don't know what Karen means, it means don't have a bad attitude. Okay. Don't be that person. Just don't. But there's also a point where, it's a race. It's like Mario Kart. Okay. And I might start throwing out banana peels if that's going to get me to some pennies faster. I don't know. I might. I won't push you. I won't shove you. I won't be mean to you. I'm not going to grab stuff out of your hands. I share a lot. And sometimes too much. But one thing that happened this weekend that made me chuckle, the first remodel we were at, they opened both doors. And so, everybody's walking in all single file line and all, I'm sorry, like slow. And I'm an anxious person, period. I'm a little high strung. And not to mention the manager was standing out there. And so I, of course, had to give him a hard time. And so I'm saying hi to him, giving him a hard time. And I look and I'm standing in front of a perfectly working open door. Well, why wouldn't I walk through that door? And so basically what happened was somebody reported me at the next store. I was tattled on, and that's okay. That gave me a chuckle too. But I was told that, I ran into the store. And okay, we just need not exaggerate. I don't run, number one. It may have been a brisk walk, but I can tell you I'm not running. And I do just want to let you know that the brisk walk ended in defeat anyways, because I was brisk walking to the photos because I thought for sure they had not been marked. So I thought they had been forgotten about, and they were gone. They were all gone. So it was defeat. It was instant karma anyways. So my brisk walking didn't get me anywhere, just so you know. And I'm sorry if I'm standing in front of an open door and there's 7 people next to me. I mean, this is the cafeteria line, this is a race. So I'm going in. Sorry if I offended anybody, but just so you know in the future, that's fair. As long as you're not pushing or shoving, and I had a whole door to myself. So that's fair. That I was just using my head. Okay. Okay, so we need to get to some of these UPCs for remodel stuff. I got some things that I have not gotten before, so I was excited about that as well. Something that I stumbled upon. So let's go ahead and take a look at those. I'm going to flip you. Okay, so in the party section, Spider-Man and Frozen goes. So I'm going to go ahead and give you the SKUs on each of them. There is a big plate, a little plate, and napkins. Start with Spider-Man, little plate. Spider-Man napkins. And Spider-Man big plate. These are typically all the way on the bottom shelf, far right, closest to the other party supplies. Like these are the last in the line of plates and stuff at the bottom. Frozen, small plate. So yeah, they're usually easy to spot. Just look down. Frozen napkins. Frozen big plate. And I'm still so happy about everybody that I met yesterday and how nice everybody was. Like I said, they really were, I think, my best remodels yet. Okay. Some of the, what do they call this? Chopped up paper. Crinkle shreds. I think my name's a little bit better. And there's, I think there was white, pink, blue, I don't know. And like I said, I don't know. I would think I was getting leftovers. Yes, because he did say that there were already ladies in there. Well, obviously, because they talked about me running. It was a brisk walk. And they got 4 cartfuls. So, yeah. I obviously got, I'm trying to get this so I can see the SKU. The ribbons, I showed you in a video, they're all along the bottom, like near the floor. Can you see that that's 430? Okay, there we go. And again, these, you don't necessarily have to want ribbon, but this is just, these are just more SKUs or barcodes, UPCs, that you can put in that list to be able to see if your store is doing more of a full remodel or more of a partial remodel, so you know what kind of items are going to penny. Okay, I got a couple more of the ribbons. Oh, and then I want to talk about a couple easy ones to spot. And I know that I think I talked about at least one, but I want to remind you, this is not cooperative. There we go. Okay. If toys go, at the end of most every toy aisle, there's the Matchbox cars and the Matchbox, there's airplanes, and they all go, okay? I don't know of any of the Hot Wheels going, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it's only Matchbox, and they are typically, they're all on that at the end of the aisle on a side wing, so on an end cap, but on the side, okay? Underneath those are what they call the die-cast cars, and they're the little metal cars. Those typically also go. So that whole side wing will go to a penny. Okay? Same with there is normally a special, for whatever reason, side wing. Now, this is in old stores. This is not in the ones that have already actually remodeled and look nice. But there is a side wing by itself that has batteries, and the only difference is the labels are red. Okay, and there's a whole side wing of these, and they're in every size. I don't know why, but anyways, these all penny as well. So it's that whole side wing of batteries. They were already out of the double and triple A's, but I'll give you these so you can check to see if you have the battery side wing and if it's dropping, because batteries for a penny, actually I paid 25 cents for all these. Yeah, sorry, batteries, 25 cents. Amen. But I would definitely consider batteries a score. Anything that is usable, that's my main goal, and why I started all of this was because I had a surgery that I had a longer recovery than planned, and I was trying to save money because I was not working. So it started out all usable, and then it, turned into a mom. A couple other party things. Again, just so you have it in your list, you can see if some of the bags are going. Typically, the medium or small, medium, I would say, size bags that are plain go. Okay, I think that's enough for now. I will do another video. This was the first time I got some coloring books and such. Actually, it's because, after my brisk walk and what I planned on getting wasn't there, I went into a frenzy. I didn't stay focused like I should have, and I didn't know what to do. I didn't know where to go. I should have went to the lamps, because that was next on my list. I had a plan. I did not follow the plan, and I ended up in coloring books. So, again, remodels can be a bit crazy. So make sure you have a plan, and you actually follow the plan and stay focused. That's hard for me. All right, guys, have a great Monday, and I'll talk to you soon. Don't forget to go to the Facebook page. I am posting 5 off 25 scenarios for Saturday. All right, Ease Deals and Steals. Link is below. Peace.